Hello and welcome, and thank you guys so much for taking the time to learn a little bit more about the science behind Nrf2. So this is our animal edition, and sometimes I feel like sometimes maybe it's just not understood exactly what Nrf2 is doing. So I'm going to shoot this video out to you guys to hopefully you can maybe understand what this product is doing. If you have any questions after the video is done, please make sure you jot them down as you go, and then please ask the person who shared this video with you for some help if you have any questions. So first of all, what is Nrf2 doing? So what Nrf2 is doing is it is reducing the oxidative stress in the body up to 40 to 70%. It is proven to do this 100% every single time within the first 30 days of using the product. Now, that being said, even though results are seen very quickly for most people or most animals, sometimes it can take more. And actually, the inventor of a Nrf2 says that you should give Nrf2 30 days for every decade you've lived. So what causes oxidative stress? Unfortunately, living causes oxidative stress. It's something we can never run away from. It is what is the main reason for over 200 diseases and body malfunctions. Oxidative stress is why we age. Horses and dogs accumulate way more oxidative stress than we do, and that is why they break down so quickly and they unfortunately pass on us at a very young age. So let's talk a little bit about horses and oxidative stress. What they eat, the toxins around them, if they get sick, if they're not having proper nutrition, even just being out in the sun, reproduction. Nrf2 product is so important for anybody. Every horse and every person should honestly be on it, and you're going to find out why. But for a mare, a brood mare, it takes a lot out of their body, and it is very important for them to be on a product such as Nrf2. It's going to keep them healthy, and it's going to keep baby growing healthy as well. Inflammation. Also, performance horses. Why does it seem like performance horses really do not make it past the age of 10 at their peak of performing? It's because the stress that they are put under is absolutely unbelievable. And there is a lot of stuff out there. There is nothing proven or nothing out there that does what Nrf2 can do for them. Giving them Nrf2, if you have a performance horse, will help keep their anxiety down, will help them while they're traveling. It's going to help them recover faster. If they get injured, you're going to have an antibody inflammatory right in the body that's going to go to work right away and keep swelling down. It really is the most important thing you could have your horse on, and you could be on, especially when you are under the stresses of competition. There we go. So, how can reducing oxidative stress benefit my horse? These are just some very few things that we have come across while in the business, and we get people reporting back that their horses have more stamina, or they're having faster and better recovery, especially for those double headers. A horse is recovering very quickly and able to run just as good as a run or better of a run by the time they go in the second time. Stallion health, it actually boosts their sperm count. It's incredible what it can do for stallions, bulls, dogs who are reproducing, even people. There's been people who couldn't get pregnant, and both of them started Nrf2, and voila, boom, pregnant. So coincidence? Maybe, but I don't think so. It's great for gut health and also ulcers. I mean, what is the main cause of ulcers? It's stress. It is unbelievably stress. Keep that oxidative stress down in their body. I guarantee you're going to see less, if not no, ulcers. Respiratory health, horses that have heaves or allergies, it's great for that. It's going to support their immune system. It's going to keep their circulation well. And it's also helped with diseases like metabolic syndrome, laminitis. I have personally a mare who had laminitis, and within 2 days she was improving. She's now perfectly fine, and that's amazing. It's going to keep the inflammation out of their body. I have a navicular mare who had a swollen coffin joint, and when she was started on Nrf2, it amazed me how swollen she actually was. I thought a lot of it was bone, but it was inflammation, and that is all gone now. Cushing's disease, arthritis, muscle fatigue, and also it gives them just a little bit more energy if they need it, and it's gonna, they shine. I mean, if you have a look at my horses, their coat is shiny. Hoof health. I am a farrier, and oh my gosh, my horses' feet, they're growing like crazy, but they're strong and they're not cracking out like they usually would do. And there's so much more. And then again, these products that were not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So just remember that. So what is in Nrf2? So Nrf2 is made up of 5 herbs. These 5 herbs are specifically ratioed, a very small amount of each. They're synergized together, and then they become very powerful. They become up to 1,800% more powerful than any of those herbs alone. You can have a look at the graph over here. Feeding those herbs alone, you can see what kind of effect they actually hold. Turmeric and green tea actually don't do anything, really, according to the scientific graph, but protandum does. There is no way that you could create this on your own, unless you have $1 million synergistic machine. There's no way you could create this on your own, and it's absolutely amazing, and it's offered to us at such a low price that I mean, what it does for you and what it does for your animals, I mean, there is so many pharmaceutical drugs out there. One, for instance, that is very similar to Nrf2. It's a drug that they use for MS, and it does basically the same thing what Nrf2 does. And actually, I should have thrown this graph on here. That drug that they have is $53,000 a year, compared to Protandim Nrf2, which is $53 a month. Okay. Now, I have a graph. I did not put it on this slide. I am so sorry, but if you want to see it, I will send it to you. We have a graph comparing that MS drug and Nrf2, and Protandim was proven, scientifically proven, to be more effective than the MS drug. Boom. Yeah, I just said that. All right, so we have the science to back it. It's proven safe in all animals. I'll direct you to where you can find that later on in this slide. It's promoted by veterinarians and medical doctors. It has 27 peer-reviewed studies on Nrf2. Peer-reviewed means these are not studies that the company had done. These are studies done by Washington State University, the Health Foundation, Heart and Stroke Foundation. They were so intrigued by our product that they wanted to have these studies done on their own, okay? So we have 27 of them. 24 of them can be found in PubMed.com. Some of the other studies that can be found in PubMed.com are over 108,000 studies on oxidative stress alone, 745 studies on dogs, 332 studies on horses, and 130 studies on cats. Those are what can be found in PubMed.com, and your veterinarian or your medical doctor will know very well what PubMed.com is. Okay, so where can we find them? PubMed.com or PubMed.gov, like I mentioned. Google Scholar. Don't go to Google. Google brings up a bunch of blogs and things you cannot trust what's on Google. Google Scholar will give you studies, and will give you a lot of veterinarian studies as well. And also, we have a website called killzilla.com. It's got a really cute video on there that you can watch, and we also have all our peer-reviewed studies on there as well, and a little bit of explaining what the science is above it. So, how do we search for them? Well, it's really quite simple. The first thing I want you to search is I want you to learn about Protandim Nrf2. And I want you to see how it's proven to work 100% every time, and how it's proven to be safe for all mammals, okay? So we got those two down packed, okay? So now, what do we know that Nrf2 is doing? Nrf2 is proven to lower our oxidative stress. So how can I find studies on how Nrf2 is going to help my horse per se for laminitis? It's simple. You search oxidative stress and laminitis, or oxidative stress and equine, oxidative stress and dogs, and you're going to find it all there. You'll find veterinarian studies, medical studies, scientist studies, proving how oxidative stress is a leading cause to, say, some horses' laminitis, a horse's navicular, being that Nrf2 pulls out that chronic inflammation in our body. You'll also find studies on bleeders. You'll find studies on exercise, on racehorses with their exercise, and how oxidative stress plays a huge role in all of that. And I can definitely help you find some more of that. What's so amazing is we have the science behind it, okay, you guys? And that's my biggest thing, is I always want to see that it's safe for my horse, that it's proven, it's been proven long term. We have over 40 years of research. Just want to give you a little bit of a background. In '98, the inventor of Protandim Nrf2 was given the Elliott Nobel Prize Award. The Elliott Award is given to the scientist who creates something that is going to change the world. Yeah, boom. Okay, so here we are. Is it safe and it's proven? So this is in our first patent. I can get that to you as well if you want to check it out. And it shows the present invention provides compositions that can be administered to a mammalian subject and will safely induce in the subject to increase the antioxidant potential. And what also is in that exact same patent that I love is that added advantage, the compositions of the invention provides fewer side effects that may be associated with each of the individual active agents. Now, for example, for bleeders, for example, we have had huge success with horses that are bleeders. Okay, we've either had people say they're not bleeding anymore or they're bleeding less. But some bring up the question, but there's turmeric in it, and is turmeric not a blood thinner? The thing is, in this synergistic effect, there is the slightest amount of turmeric actually mixed into this equation, and when it's synergized, it doesn't act the way that herb would act alone. So no, it won't thin your blood. It is so safe for your bleeders. So how much does a horse get? For the most part, we give our horses 1 Nrf2 a day. If conditions are very severe, like they're very lame or they're very sick, we give up to 2 pills. You can even give up to 4, but I mean, that's if things are really bad. But 2 pills, you can give them both at the same time. It would be better to give them 1 in the morning, 1 in the PM, so their body is activated twice throughout the day. The dog dosage that we won't get into a whole lot here is slightly different than the horses. And actually, some dogs would get more than a horse in some conditions. And some people ask, well, how is that? Or how does a horse only get 1 if we only take 1? Well, horses aren't full of the toxins that we are full of. And horses also are a lot more sensitive than a dog. For example, Previcox. A dog gets 1 pill of Previcox. A horse should only be administered 1/4 of a pill of Previcox. So that's promoted. It is going everywhere. It is being taught in medical school now. It's in veterinarian magazines, Dogs Naturally, the Veterinarian Journal. It's absolutely going boom. It is absolutely amazing how much credibility the product has already. And it really is been proving to do so much. And again, we do not claim to cure or prevent or promote any disease, but what I can tell you is that there isn't very many diseases on this earth that Nrf2 hasn't played a role to help cure. And it's hard that we can't say that, but I do know that it has helped a lot of people for sure. So one of the biggest things is it's a supplement, and it's not a supplement. It's an activator. What it does is it just goes on and it turns a switch on in your body. It gets your body doing what it needs to do to heal you or to heal your horse. Your horse deserves the best. I love my horses to pieces. There is nothing in the world that I wouldn't do for them. And I would never, ever, ever give my horses anything that was going to hurt them in any way. And my horses will be on it for the rest of their lives. You have no idea. I have 3 horses that really needed it for certain reasons. And to know that they're feeling better and they're sound and I'm going to have them around for a lot longer than I probably would have without this product means the world to me. It's all natural. It isn't going to hurt them. I do not have to worry about long-term side effects with drugs like Previcox and Bute. My horses are happy. My horses are healthy. And literally, I shake the bottle and they come running for their Nrf2 every single day. So, Nrf2 Equine is a group and a team committed to promoting Nrf2 Pro Tandem to cowgirls and cowboys and their mounts and their best friends sitting beside them riding down the truck.